basically, you know, they lived on a farm. This was a farm. So Sam Daggett, I mean, he farmed, but he had to do many other things because you could not just survive by farming. Mostly the things that they grew was for the family to eat. He built houses. This house he built. He cut down trees by hand. And so if you look at the beams, everything was done. You can see how rustic that is. They didn't have a lot of modern conveniences from the Industrial Revolution at this time period. This is 1760. All right, so everything, had to be done by hand. So what we have here is a lot of our foods that they would have grown, and these are things. A lot of things were grown last year. So you would have to plant, like what we're planting now will be for the winter and for next spring. So families back then worked together. Their life, they lived in this house, but they also worked here. And they worked together. You girls, if you were living back in this time period, you would be doing basically as much work as your mother. You would be helping to cook, clean, work out in the garden. And if you're not going to work in the garden, you're not going to be eating. There is no drugstores and no grocery stores. I mean, you might go to get coffee and tea and your spices and a few things from the store, which is about 20 miles away. But everything else people are making. You have your cows, you have to butcher. So things were very different. I mean, you were really working.